the sea used to come up to a point just behind here 1,000 years ago, and 500 years ago there was a landing stage in the village which the local history society suggests might be on the mounds behind me, which is where I'm going. The Vikings landed here in 892. They haven't found the camp that they set up. It must have been a fairly sizable camp because Haston is thought to have had 250 ships. It's not certain that all of them came to this point, which is basically the mouth of the River Rother in Kent. A very interesting permission altogether. Historically, the local history society have also detailed a manor which is now a farm. There was a post mill standing on top of the mounds from the 15th century, in documents anyway, right through till 1780 when it was pulled down. So we're looking at a mill field and a point where the sea used to meet the land at the mouth of the Rother today. So although the sea is now about 3 miles to the south of here, this canal was put in, and it runs alongside the site that I'm going to detect, in the first decade of the 1800s, and it was built as a defence on the assumption that Napoleon was going to invade at that time, and every 500 yards there were gun posts, and the initial impetus to build the canal was because all of the land to the south of here, which is now marshland, could have been flooded by basically breaching the sea defences at 2 points. The area was navigable by boat until the end of the Middle Ages, and that's by large boats, sea-going vessels. So here I am looking back at that spot where I was standing in the sea, former sea covered area, and behind me here, you might just be able to see it, is the farmhouse. And the local history society, as I say, have documents that show it was a manor of the Christchurch Canterbury in the 1400s, the preceding building, I assume that means. Anyway, the mound that you see behind me there is where the post mill that was destructed in 1780 stood. So it's got all the ingredients of somewhere really good to detect, but given the length of the grass and other factors and how deep certain things are, it might be easier said than done to find something ancient. The landing stage that has been reckoned on is down the hill behind me. There's documentation to a plot of land which hasn't been found yet, but it's thought that it might be down there basically. So if we can find something nautical, that would be fantastic. Anyway, I'll see you at the first hole. Hopefully it won't rain for once. Right, first signal of the day. I'll turn the Bluetooth off for you. 22, 24, a little bit of iron tone, a bit more that way. So it may well be iron. Max depth, 100%. We shall see. Bit of interference, EMI coming through. Don't know where from. (18 to 23 with a -3 thrown in. So this may well be iron. I'm holding my breath. As I say, for those older objects, you just don't know how deep they're going to be. So, a seemingly wonderful sight, but I'm not holding my breath on that count too. If the grass was a bit shorter, things might be easier, obviously. Right, see if we're anywhere near it, shall we? We have found our target down there at 9 inches in the right side wall. Just see what that is. Could be iron, as I say, I think it is. Something iron. Well, it looks... I don't know what that is. Could be a handle. Yeah, difficult one. But anyway, first target. There are, of course, other points where boats could have pulled in over the road there. Right, this is a 7 to 9 on the scale, minus 9 to 40 with the Vanquish. Tiny is good though, because tiny things can be very revealing. Alright, it's a 2-2, another 2-2 case, there you go. I think that's the size. I'm not great on calibers, bullet calibers, but one of those. Sadly starting to rain. This was an 18 or 19 anyway, down at about 7 inches. You can probably see it in the hole there. What's it going to be? What on earth is that? Your guess is as good as mine. Is that part of a machine or is that part of something else? Alright, got 20. Let's go into, we're in all iron, all metal, sorry. It's here. So it's in that club there. It was at full depth. I don't know what that is in terms of inches, but good 6 inches I'd say if it's in the bottom of this bit. Which is, it's a goddamn 303. 303 bullet. So there you go. Nothing to write home about really. We got a 9 at 80% depth. I don't know how deep that's going to be. Let's get the old pinpointer. Hope it's something small, then it'll be more conductive. Oh, there it is. What is that? It looks like foil to me. It looks like foil, gold foil. Got a 27 on the side of the steep bank here. I think I can see it. I think it's a bullet. Yeah, is that a bullet? Yeah, squash 303. There we go. Well, the end is squashed. Very similar signal to that 19, which turned out to be a 303. Yeah. Oh. What is it? Is that a bullet or is that a piece of lead? I think it's another squash bullet, unfortunately. I might be wrong, but it looks that way. Yeah, I suspect that's what it is. So looking over to the expanse that was once sea. Right, turned out to be 19 on the scale. You can see the depth of the clod there from the grass on the top of it. I see a musket ball, yeah. Oh, that's nice. First decent thing. A musket. Looks like it's unfired as well. So I may have stood up here firing muskets. Brown bass, 0.69 inch ball into a 0.72 barrel. What's that going to be? Something copper. What have we got? Oh, that's vaguely interesting. It's like some sort of clasp or something. That's rather nice. Like a snake attachment. Can you see? I'll give that a clean actually, because that is actually quite interesting. As I say, I don't know as to an age. 1 minute. Some sort of clasp. It's got some dragon or snake type zoomorphic design. Found my water. There it is. Now I think that's probably Georgian. It could be Victorian, but I don't know. I'll have to put that one on the hub and get an ID. It may even be 20th century, but still, all the same, it's interesting. Alright, got an 18 or 20 in this clod, so most probably a bullet. 2-2, I mean. It's one of those. No, it's not. I thought that was a goddamn eyelet for a minute. It's not an eyelet. It's something, anyway. The noise of the road, by the way. This one's a 7 to 10 in this clod somewhere. Don't know which part of the clod. Ah, they're out. What on earth is that? I think that's a bullet case, don't you? A bullet case. A longer one. Got 34 high number on the scale, and I think there's a piece of. It's usually a piece of rubbish. Those high numbers. It's usually because of their shape, but it could be a piece of lead or something. And it is, I think. Is that a piece of lead? Bloody heavy. Great disc of lead. As I'm near to the windmill base, it might be associated with that. But that's quite interesting actually. A piece of lead of that proportion. Has it got anything on it? Can't immediately see. There we are. You can see the edge on it. In the bank again. This one was a 15 or 16, but I can see it on the top of the. There we are. There's a spade full of earth there, and I can see it's a bullet. Unfortunately, another bullet that's completely splattered. Right, got a 24 at the bottom of the bank on the former shoreline. 30% on the depth stakes. All that, it was a tin. Goddamn tin. Oh well. Tin of what? I have no idea. Take it home because it's rubbish. When you get down towards the bottom of the bank, obviously, getting to where the sea used to be, it's horrendously boggy. Pulled something out of this deep hole and it would say 22, 23, probably going to be a bullet. Yeah, I could get my bottle out, but I think we'll put that up at the end and you'll see what it is then. It's like a semicircular bit of half a bit of pipe or something, I think. Nice pingy 19 right in the middle of here. Please don't be a bullet this time. Right, here it is. Oops, sorry. There it is. Oh dear, never mind. This one, guys, was a 2 on the scale. I think it's a bit of foil. I think I can see a bit of foil. Yeah. Unfortunate it is. Tiny bit of foil. This one I'm pretty sure is iron, but it's down at such a depth. You can't really see, but I'm basically down at 14 inches. We'll just dig it together. just to see what it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, we've got a bit of pottery. There's that pottery tile. Oh, it's brick, I think. Modern brick, I think. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Oh, another of those lead things. Lead biscuits. I think that's what it is. This one's got a hole through the middle. No, it's not. I don't know what that is. It's the second one found in this field anyway. A lead disc of some description. It does have a hole on one side. At this point, that's all I can make out. I imagine they're to do with the mill, but I might be wrong. I don't know if that hole goes all the way through. We won't know until it... No, it doesn't. I don't think. Until we clean it up, we won't really know. This one's, I think, a bullet. Sorry. I think... Yeah, I can see it. It's a 303. Unfortunately. Hit something quite hard. It's squashed. This one was real deep. I can't believe I picked it up at 9 inches, but it's unfortunately a piece of shrapnel from a shell, exploded shell. There you go, that's what shrapnel looks like. It put into the shell. Getting real dark now. Right, it's definitely out of the hole. As I say, 13. It must be something quite small. Oh, there it is. What is it? I don't know what that is. I think it's a button. Yeah, it's a tiny little Victorian button, I think. Whether we get anything off that or not, I don't know. The light is fading, unfortunately. This was an 18, so last target of the day. It was down here at about, I don't know, 6 to 9 inches, which you can't see because obviously, but there's my hand. So it's quite deep, and it's here somewhere, where it was. Oh, what is it going to be? Ah, it's a coin, finally. Ah, I don't normally go home till I find a coin. It's one of the pennies, I think. I don't think that's a 2p. That's one of the pre-decimal pennies, anyway. Sorry about the focusing, it's just too dark, unfortunately. A quick summary of 26 or 27 finds. These two great lead biscuit shaped things, I don't know what they were. I can only assume they're linked to the windmill that was pulled down in 1780. This is a snake bottle, and you can see it was formerly gilded. Now that, I think, is Victorian. It might even be connected with the construction of the military canal in the first decade of the 19th century. Then we got 7 or 8 bits of munitions, a musket ball, 303s, 22, etc. A plate with numbers on it, don't know what that is, some sort of handle, I don't know what that thing is, sort of like machinery. This here, if anyone has any ideas, I'd love to know. I wonder if that's munitions too. We've got this thing, again, anyone know any ideas, post below. If you know, post below. Washer, scrap of metal, something modern with a number. Then we've got Queen Victoria, Bunhead, penny. Might be able to see the date when I post the picture up. So that was the last find of the day, and it is worth returning. There you are, you can see her there, just about holding the right light. Returning to, because I feel that I've only just scratched the surface with this site. Bit of shrapnel, simple shrapnel placed into shells, saying to make increase the damage caused during the explosion. copper. As with this, another copper item is a small Victorian button, plain button unfortunately. And that's it. If anyone has any ideas what these great lead things are, I'd love to know. I assume they're just weights, possibly for measuring out something. But yeah, if you like my videos, please hit the like button, and similarly, if you want to see my next trip, which might well be to this site, depending on permissions, press the subscribe.